Hey guys, Princess3X, and today I'm filming my very first of a very long series, Splurge or Save, Splurge or Save, not Splurge and Save, Splurge or Save, and this is basically just a series that I wanted to do for a very, very long time because I'm constantly looking for dupes for higher end products or trying higher end products that are supposed to be similar to the low end products that I already own. And so I thought it'd be great to give you guys a review series to show you sort of the differences between the higher end and the lower end of the same sort of product, and just let you know whether you should splurge and buy the higher end product, sorry that it just showed, or if you should just save your money, get the lower end product, and it be just as great. So today I am filming a splurge and save on two neutral palettes, two very, very famous neutral palettes, and these are something that both of them I've used consistently through long periods of time, so I can definitely give you my opinion on both. And I also think they're very good dupes for each other. So I will be comparing the Naked 2 by Urban Decay, and I'm sorry if this is not completely in focus, the product isn't because I can't like hold it back here. The Naked 2 palette with the NYX Nude on Nude palette, which is available at Ulta, cherryculture.com, and nyxcosmetics.com. And this is S119, if that helps any, because that is the product code. So these are the two palettes. And I want to start off with packaging. So I'm going to start with packaging, and I'm just holding these in front of my face. I'm sorry if that bothers you, but I want you guys to actually be able to see the packaging. So as far as packaging goes, my personal favorite is definitely the Naked 2 palette. I think that the packaging is very sleek. It is a metal container, so you know your eyeshadows are definitely protected. As far as it goes with the Naked 1 palette. Hi to everybody! Hi! She's back from college. Wait, are you stepping on my oil paintings?
Oh my god.
Don't step on my oil paintings. I'll murder you.
My hair looks really bad. I just took it out, so.
They can't see you. No, they can see your chest. Okay, go away now. Compared to the Naked 1 palette, I like this packaging much better because the Naked 1 palette, it's flimsy. It's only really held together by a magnet, and it gets dirty very easily, whereas this one doesn't really get dirty because it is a metal material. It opens really securely and snaps shut really securely. You can hear it click. And it also has a mirror here, and I'm sorry if I'm blinding you, but I wanted to show you the mirror. And then you have the 12 shades. And I'm sorry if you can hear a bag rattling in the background. It's my sister sitting on my bed. And then for packaging for the NYX palette, you get the same sort of snap thing here, and it's plastic versus the metal that the Urban Decay one is. So this packaging is a bit lighter, if that matters for people. They're about the same length. The NYX palette is a bit shorter, as you can see, and it's also much thicker. So as far as traveling goes, the Naked 2 is a bit better for traveling, but the NYX one comes with lipstick shades, which is mostly why it is thicker. I'm not going to be talking about the lipstick shades today because that's not comparable to the Naked 2 palette, but I will be talking about the eyeshadows. You also get a mirror in the NYX palette. As you can see, it's not as big as the Naked 2 one, but it's still a nice mirror if you're just traveling with the palette. And you get 20 shades of eyeshadows in the NYX palette. So as far as eyeshadows go, I do prefer the Naked 2 palette's eyeshadows, and it's not because of the colors, because the colors are actually fairly similar to each other. So if you're wanting it for colors, I do actually recommend the NYX one because you get a larger variety and you also get the same mix of finishes, matte, shimmery, glittery. But I do like Urban Decay's eyeshadow formula a bit better than the NYX one. I think they're a bit softer and a tad creamier. They go on a bit better. But overall, I'd say they're fairly similar in consistency. This is Snakebite, and I'm just going to swatch Snakebite on my hand. And then I'm going to swatch a similar color to Snakebite, which is right here in the NYX palette. And I do have to work a little harder to get the color out. But once I get the color out, it goes on the exact same. It's just as soft. I actually like the NYX eyeshadow formulas better when it comes to blend. I think they blend a lot better than the Urban Decay one, so if that's a huge factor for you when it comes to eyeshadows, I think you should probably go for the NYX ones. I think there's not a huge difference between the two palettes when it comes two eyeshadow formula. I think they both have their perks and they both have some downfalls. Like the Urban Decay eyeshadow in YDK really doesn't show up as well as I'd like it to, and that goes the same for some of the NYX eyeshadows. You can see when I hold them beside each other that there are some similar shades. There are definitely some comparable shades. A lot of people like this palette because it comes with a matte highlight and a matte black, which is really great for versatile looks. And the NYX palette comes with a matte black here, which is sort of being blocked by my finger, but it is over there. And it also comes with two matte highlights. It comes with a pure white matte and a tan beige matte highlight, which is very similar to Foxy by Urban Decay. So I think they're very comparable. I think they're exact dupes for each other. I also think that if you didn't have the money for the Urban Decay one, which is about $50, around $50, I think you should definitely go for the NYX one. The NYX one is still somewhat of a spend, but definitely a lot cheaper. It's about $20, I believe, and it gives you a bigger variety of eyeshadows. I think that 20 versus 12 is a huge difference, and it also comes with lip colors, and although I actually don't like the idea of lip colors in a palette because I'm not going to carry around this palette all day with me to reapply these lip colors, if I wear one, I think it's still very nice if you want lip colors in a palette. These lip colors are very pigmented and very pretty. You get a huge variety of shades, and I quite like them. As far as splurge or save on these palettes, I would definitely save your money and go for the next one unless you are really into brand names and you really feel like you need the Naked 2 palette. I would definitely just go for the next one. Same goes for the Naked 1 palette. I've swatched both the Naked 1 and the Naked 2. I personally prefer the Naked 2 palette. I think that the Naked 1 palette may be better for different skin tones, but I think the Naked 2 palette is definitely the better of the two. But if you're going for the Naked 1 palette over the NYX one, I still would get the NYX one because it gives you similar eyeshadows with such a dramatically lower price, and it still has great eyeshadow quality. And also, as far as mattes and shimmers go, the NYX actually has a really decent variety of matte eyeshadows. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 matte eyeshadows in the NYX palette, whereas in the Naked 2 palette you only get 1, 2, 3 matte eyeshadows. So if you're really into matte eyeshadows and you feel like you need a lot of matte eyeshadows, the NYX Nude on Nude is definitely a lot better for that. And you still do get some eyeshadows with chunky glitter in them, and then you get the shimmers and the pearl finishes. So you do get the same variety as you would get with the Naked 2 palette, even though it's a drugstore palette. So all in all, I think you can get either one. I think they're basically the same palette, but once again, the NYX is a better deal, and it also is better if you are only traveling with the palette because you have such a variety of shadows. So you can pick the NYX one up at Ulta or cherryculture.com or nyxcosmetics.com once again, and any place that stocks NYX in your area, because this is a fairly popular palette, so I think it's very easy to get your hands on. And you can pick up the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette at Sephora, Ulta, UrbanDecay.com, Sephora.com, Ulta.com, anywhere that sells Urban Decay cosmetics. It's also very accessible because Urban Decay is a very large brand. So those are my feelings on those two palettes. I think that these are great neutral palettes, both of them, depending, it doesn't matter which one you get. I think they're great, great, great neutral palettes, and I've used both of them for a very long time, so I can definitely recommend them, hands down. I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode of Splurge or Save. My next episode, I'm not really sure what it's going to be about yet, but if you have any suggestions on things that you want reviewed or compared to higher end products, let me know, and I will try and do those. But I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Comment, like, subscribe, send me your requests, and I will see you guys later.
Holla! It's another spider.
We ain't playing them games no more. I don't think so. Okay. Playing them games no more. Freaking, I'm like paranoid now. No, it's not. That is not ever okay.
No, for real.
No, for real.
That was your eyelash?
There's my eyelash laying on the ground. It fell off the napkin where it was sitting and it fell into my leg and crawled down my leg. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Like, that scared the living daylights out of me. Okay. We're back and in business. Okay, I keep feeling something. Maybe it's hair that's like hanging. I feel like there's hair hanging off my desk.